your first and last name as well as the spelling and your title.
Andrew Freeborn, AndrewFreeborn, Public Information Officer with the Kern County Fire Department.
Now, we have seen a lot of different information compared to, there's a lot of things that have changed from this morning. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Well, at one point, we had someone in the operations section that had described this fire as moving faster than someone can type. And that's quite literally what we're seeing with this fire. It's moving so fast that every time we take a snapshot of the updates, it's just that. It's a snapshot. And the fire continues to grow every second, every minute, every hour. And so we're trying to focus our efforts on the operations side. We want to also continue to provide the most accurate and timely information, of course, to everyone that's wanting to know what's going on. We can assure everyone in the community that important information that's absolutely critical for them, that is going to always be given at a split second if necessary. And that's really those evacuation warnings and orders of those come out, those need to be made right then and there. We're giving updates for size, location, what the operations are consisting of as frequently as we can, and everyone can be assured that there are literally hundreds of firefighters from all over the state here helping us fight this fire. And we appreciate the community's support in doing so, and we appreciate how they're continuing to turn to us for those updates that we do give.
And you guys actually have some resources for that are just a click away.
Absolutely. We keep telling individuals to go to INCIWeb and look at information for this. You can also find information on the Kern County Fire Department's websites and social media as well. And there are hotlines that individuals can call. In fact, the Kern County Office of Emergency Services, our Emergency Operations Center, was activated to level 2 this morning. So now we have a full call center of individuals that are ready, that we are sending all of the updates to. That way, if individuals need to call that hotline, there's someone there that can answer those questions for them.
Can you give us any information on if there's any casualties or not?
At this time, we have not had any casualties reported.
Oh, wow. So there's no cadaver dogs out in that case?
Not aware of anything as such.
Oh, wow. Okay. Very good. And then anything else you'd like to add? We're rolling. Let's go ahead and get started with your first and last name as well as the spelling and your title.
Okay, my name is Amy Massey and I am a Public Information Officer for the Borel Fire and the Kern River Ranger District.
So we got some numbers this morning. Compared to tonight, those are different. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yes, so firefighting efforts today, same as the last few days, we have firefighters engaged in direct and indirect attack on the fire. The red flag warnings, the fuel, the weather, the topography have obviously increased the fire size. So this morning it was at 38,000. Today tonight it's at 47.
What does that mean for local families? Does that mean more evacuations? I know that several locations of the Kern River Valley is under a warning. How about that order?
So some of the areas in the Kern River Valley have been placed in a warning. This evening they upgraded to an order. In order to find out more information on that, we send people to Genesis Protect, which will give you alerts if you sign up to where your house is in relation to an evacuation zone, which that could be a warning, that could be an advisory, that could be an order. But we ask people to pay very close attention to all three of those because in order of advisory, that's ready. In order of set, like get set, that would be a warning, and then order would be go. So in that order, if you get something in your zone, we want you to be alert, we want you to get ready, and then if the time comes where it upgrades to an order, we need you to listen to the advisory and leave homes, pack what you need, make sure you have your go bags ready, not to create panic, but to make sure that if residents are out of their homes, that cuts down on the time that our firefighters will go knocking door to door, and if they have to execute any kind of a rescue. So if people are able to get out of their homes when we ask them to, it cuts down on the time that we have to spend rescuing people, and then our firefighters can engage directly in protecting homes, and that's really the most important. Life, property, life, and then property, and firefighter safety. So we are dedicated to that, the public and firefighter safety first.
Now, how about livestock? I've seen a bunch of livestock, especially over by Rankin Ranch.
Okay.
There was one bull in particular that was sparking some controversy online.
Okay.
The owners had to leave it behind. He has some burns on his legs. How do people react whenever there's an evacuation order, but then have livestock? What would be a good recommendation for them?
Do you mean afterward in returning to their homes after the order is lifted, or
More like let's say they have an order and they also have like horses or cows. Like, what do they do with them?
Oh, okay. So whenever we have evacuation advisories, warnings, or orders, usually there is a center in place, a refuge for humans, especially when they're doing the evacuation centers. Like right now we have one in Tehachapi. We had one that was switching to Ridgecrest, but all that updated information is going to be on our fire websites. That's going to be on Kern County Fire Department. That's going to be on Sequoia National Forest Facebook page. But there are direct instructions that we have in our updates every evening and every morning of where you can take your livestock if you have pets or if you have animals that need to be rehoused. So just check back with our Sequoia National Forest Facebook page, Kern County Fire Department's website, and social media, and that'll be the best way to find out where those shelters are.
And then let's talk about things to buy and pack. There's just like how we met at that Bonds, there's so many people going in there buying some supplies that they need. What would you have people pack at home, and what would you have people buy at the store if they are going to the store right now?
Okay, so usually in a go bag, what we suggest people to get from their homes, that not to buy, but from their homes, we tell them to bring any kind of official paperwork that they might need, medication, and especially any prescription medication that they might need. We tell them to pack cell phone chargers. That's one that people forget a lot. If you need to be in communication with people, then cell phone chargers are good. Any kind of identification, whether that be a passport, whether that be driver's license. Usually, we ask people to pack those official documents. Any certificates that can be easily replaced. So as far as like essentials go for what cannot be easily replaced, that would be first. But as far as packing waters and a couple freeze-dried food, that's always a good thing to have. It's really honestly wherever you're going, if you're going to be rehoused for the time being, it depends. If people are going to stay with their friends and family, they're probably going to be likely near a grocery store. But if people need to restock and pack up things beforehand, we tell them to get a good supply of food and water just to keep in their vehicles. It is extremely hot, so in the wintertime we tell people if they need a go bag for any kind of emergency in their vehicles, we tell them to pack blankets. But mostly things that cannot be replaced if you have time for those.